Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here, I'm Lizbeth. I share my love for easy beauty, my personal style, and some fun DIYs. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want more of me. But yeah, so this video is about vintage Levi's. The 3 best tips to help you find your perfect pair of Levi's. If you've been following me a while, I'm vintage Levi's obsessed. Favorite piece of clothing to wear. It is second skin to me. I have an insane collection of denim, which I'm going to be sharing. I filmed all of my Levi's on me to share what I love about them, the different styles. So I will link that above once it's up. But today I'm going to be talking about 3 tips that are going to help you find your perfect pair. I get a lot of DMs of babes asking me, how did you find your Levi's? Where do you get them? So I finally making a video to have on my channel. I also have a couple other Levi's videos. My first video ever was how to get the redone Levi's look. I will link that above. It was like my first Levi's video showing how to get that redone look without spending so much money. And then a couple months later, I want to say like a year later, I met this awesome babe named Fox, and she is now my denim specialist. She tailors all my denim. She's in Silver Lake. We also collaborated on a video on how to distress your denim, so she shared some tips for you babes if you're not in the LA area on how to get that really distressed, cool looking denim, and that was really fun. But then you babes asked me, well, like, how do you find your jeans? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably a good thing to share. So yeah, I have 3 tips for you babes on how to find the most perfect denim, the perfect denim for you. So if you want to know what those 3 tips are, then keep watching. So before I share these 3 tips with you babes, I want to preface and like remind you guys and tell you guys it takes time to source denim, and my denim collection did not happen overnight. It wasn't instantaneous. This is an accumulation of years of happening to go to a thrift store, happening to search high and low off Etsy, random places I visited, and I happened to discover denim, if I was shopping online or whatnot. So have patience, because this collection did not come overnight. And also don't get discouraged, because I know we are all different shapes and sizes. We have curves, we might be super thin, and when you're looking for vintage Levi's, you automatically think, oh, they don't have my size, they're not made for me. I know that's a lot of frustrations that a lot of girls tell me. It's like, I can't find the perfect pair, but I'm going to tell you guys the secret weapon to having the perfect pair, besides my tips for helping you find the perfect pair, but what's going to get you the most perfect fitting denim is your tailor. Your jeans need to be tailored to you. If you want that perfect fit, that snug fit, that if you've seen me rocking on Instagram or if you've seen other girls, that is because they are tailored that way. So that's just something you guys need to note and remember is, yeah, have patience and don't get discouraged. You will find a pair. Trust me, there are enough Levi's out there for all of us, and you're going to need to get them tailored to fit you perfectly. So I just wanted to note that for you babes if you're going to go out shopping for them. But let's get to my 3 tips that will help you find your perfect pair of denim. So tip number 1, the best place to buy Levi's, in my opinion, is Etsy. You guys, I not only love to support small businesses, but I just find Etsy, the price point to be so much more affordable, because a lot of stores mark up the price because they're sourcing the Levi's themselves, so the store needs to make a profit. And then if it's a different like demographic, that store, I mean, there's places that sell Levi's for $500 up to like $3,000 because they actually really take in the history and it's a collector's item. But as much as I love Levi's, $3,000 is a lot of money. And I'm not going to tell you guys what to pay for your jeans because you might fall in love with a pair. I know I did. They were about $98 off of Etsy, but they were just distressed and worn in, and I had to have them, so I purchased them. So I love Etsy because the price point is reasonable, and you also have to consider when you take it to the tailor, they're going to cost a certain amount to tailor. So it's always cool to find an affordable piece because you have to remember it's going to cost some money to tailor them. Fox in LA starts at $65 just for a basic tailoring. So I think that's really reasonable, especially if you come across a pair for like 15 bucks, 20 bucks. I think that's a deal that you're getting a pair of perfectly fitted Levi's for like 70 bucks. I know it's kind of expensive, but these are like couture. These are gonna fit to your body. Highly, highly recommend. But yeah, my favorite place to look for vintage Levi's is Etsy. The price point is amazing. You can literally look high and low for whatever style cut you want, color. They just have it organized. It's already available. So many stores already know that a lot of people are looking for vintage Levi's. So I just find that to be the easiest place to start when it comes to searching for vintage Levi's. The next place I love to go are flea markets. I live in LA, so one of my favorite places to go is the Rose Bowl Flea Market. I've spent around $20 to $30 for Levi's there. What's awesome is you can negotiate a bit more, especially if you go like the end of the day and they're tired. You can negotiate, but I love that the price point is decent. It's reasonable. I mean, it's amazing when you can score Levi's for $5 to $10, but I mean, $25 isn't bad at all. So I definitely recommend swap meets. My favorite is the Rose Bowl. Another thing are thrift stores, whether they're church thrift stores. So I also wanted to note, in case you are thrifting or at a swap meet and you can't try your Levi's on, if you wrap it around your neck and the ends of the denim touch, it will fit your waist. I promise you, these jeans will fit you perfectly. So that's just a little note I wanted to share that I forgot to mention when you're at a swap meet or you're thrift shopping. I would say the Goodwill, but I think that's become such a popular thrift store that it is really hard to find like really curated, you know, nice pieces of denim. I will say though, if you're gonna go to a thrift store, you need to go into the men's section because Levi's were made for men. So this isn't a women's jean, it's actually made for men. So you wanna pop into the men's section because that's where you're gonna find, to me, my favorite type of Levi's. Women's section might have them as well, but I highly recommend the men's section. Tip number 2, now as far as style. My favorite Levi's are the Levi's 501 and the Levi's 505. I've found those to be the best for my body type. I have a small waist, a curvy booty. I like a high-rise, slim fit, straight leg type of denim. That's what the style I go for. The ones I get compliments are because I love a high-rise. Again, I have a small waist. Just love how snug it fits. I like my jeans to go over my belly button. I just like it. It's comfortable for me, and that tends to be an 8-inch rise when it comes from the crotch to where I like it to sit at my waist. After I tailor my jeans, I tend to find the 501s and the 505s to just perk the booty up really nice. Sucks it all in. I just really like how it fits. My body type, a low rise, to me doesn't look that good. I do have a pair of Levi's that are a 501 that don't go super high on my waist. They kind of hit where, like below my belly button, and I don't mind it, but I don't love it. I prefer the ones that go really high, cover my belly button. I just love that style more. So that's why I opt for the 505 and the 501s. But you have to understand that also varies. And in order to get that super high rise, I'm going to share it depends on the sizing. So stay tuned for that tip about sizing. And in regards to wash, I am not that picky. As you can see, I have a lot of different washes, from light wash to black pair to white to a dark wash, another light pair. I find all washes to be cool and unique, and that's part of the character of Levi's. Washes are based on how the previous owner wore the jeans. So the lighter the wash, the more it was washed, the darker the jean, the less it was washed. I will say I do stay away from acid wash Levi's. I just don't find those to be super chic and polished. Nothing wrong with them. It was an 80s trend, but yeah, I just don't love them, so I tend to stay away from those. In terms of distressing, and let's say you're finding your first pair, honestly, I recommend going with a more classic wash that has no holes. And the reason why I'm pointing these out with the holes is because these were my first pair of kind of the fitted tailored Levi's, and they were the first pair that I shared in one of my first videos. But with where they've naturally had, the holes have naturally blown out. These holes were actually created trying to save my dog from a coyote, and I literally fell on my knees. But yeah, so if you aren't really, if you're not really sure what type of Levi's style you should get, I totally say get a classic pair. I love a light wash. I've been so happy with these. I know a lot of girls have complimented me on these, but I would say don't start with the holes blown out. Like, you will definitely get to that style. It just happens with wear. I mean, I'm not suggesting you guys fall very often, but I mean, these holes ripped more after I fell, but the more I bend my knees when I was sitting on my knees, tends to happen when I'm packing. So yeah, I definitely recommend going with a more classic style that isn't distressed, but I will say I do love a distressed denim. I have another pair right here. These are the pair that I spent like 90 bucks on because they were just distressed so good. Like, I couldn't pass them up. I got these off Etsy, but as time wears on, you get more holes. I even got some in the crotch, which is kind of annoying, but those could be patched. But I also want to note, I'm not big on bleach stains or super stained denim. Some jeans even have rust on them. Some are just like so stained from whoever wore them, especially if you get a pair that like a farmer wore or just something that you know were really worn, because as I shared, Levi's were made for workers. So when you get a pair that are really have been lived in and used and worked on, it's cool. Personally, I don't like it. I just don't like that kind of dirty look to them. Could be cool, could be chic, could be your vibe, just not my vibe. So the most I've ever gone is like an oil stain. I think these have like paint stains on them. I don't love that per se, but it could happen. Like I said, these jeans have been worn. The wash is the beauty of the jean. It adds character. I have another pair here that have some bleach stains on them, which I didn't love. And my mom accidentally washed these with some towels, and she had bleached them. I had left my Levi's in there and she didn't see them in the wash. So they got bleached, which I was kind of bummed about because I didn't want a bleached distressed pair. But honestly, I don't even notice they have been bleached. So yeah, I tend to go with like the darker washes. I love a light wash. I get the most compliments on them. That tends to be kind of like that classic cool 90s look. So I definitely, so when it comes to washes, you guys, yeah, every wash is going to be different. Every wash is going to be super unique. It's your preference. If you want a super distressed, if you want a light pair, a dark pair. So I wouldn't, you know, it doesn't matter about wash. And the last tip I have for you guys, tip number 3, is in regards to sizing. Again, don't be discouraged if they are too tight. They are just not your size. Levi's tends to run 2 sizes too small. So if you're a 27, you're gonna wanna go up to 29, 30. If you're a size 30, you're gonna wanna go up to a size 32. So that's why you might think like, oh my gosh, my normal size doesn't fit me, I'm too big. You have to know that Levi's actually runs pretty small, and as I shared, these jeans were made for men, so there is really no give, there's no stretch, there's no room for curves. So yeah, that is why they tend to be a little too small. But I also want you guys to note too, which is how I found the most perfect fitting denim, is if I fall in love with a pair of jeans, I buy them anyways. As I shared, so Levi's are 2 sizes too small. So you're gonna go up 2 sizes, but if you really want them to just like be snatched on your body and just be tailored super tight, I recommend going up a size or 2. So let's say you're 27, you're gonna wanna go up to a 29 or 30 just to have them fit your body. But if you want them to be just like really tailored, super tight and snug, I would go up another size or 2. So a 31 to 32, so you can get them tailored and cut to fit your body super tight. That is my tip when it comes to sizing. I've never let size discourage me from purchasing. I've purchased a size 36 before. I'm going to show you guys. Those are actually my favorite pair. So you can see these are actually a size 36. I am a size 30. And they are one of my favorite pairs. I will say though, because they were so big though, the pocket gets a little cut off, but I personally don't mind it. If that bothers you, then you want to find a pair of Levi's that are 2 sizes bigger than what your size will be. So again, Levi's runs 2 sizes too small. So if you're a 27 in your regular jeans, I recommend going to a 29-30. And if you want them just super snug and super snatched, I recommend going up a size or 2. So you're going to want to go to like a 31 or 32 and then go get those babies tailored. Yeah, so those are my 3 tips for you guys. I hope you like them. I hope you go find your most perfect pair of denim. I'm telling you guys, once you find your first perfect pair, this becomes an addiction. It becomes a bit of an obsession to collect denim, but I love it because no denim are ever going to be the same. Cool thing to me, I love in this matter, I'm quite sustainable when it comes to my denim. I love the old, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with them, but yeah, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions. I will answer them. I always answer all my questions. And yeah, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Go follow me on Instagram to go see how I'm wearing my Levi's. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. I will let you go and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.